let's get started. First things first, we got understood that Viktor Gyokeres is undergoing his medical tomorrow evening in London and is flying out with Andrea Berta to Singapore to join the Arsenal team for the preseason tour. Christian Mosquera also joined the team and the squad after formal announcements. So, as you guys can see, Christian Mosquera was announced earlier today, and the main conversation now is around none other than Gyökeres. We're going to be talking about that in a second. But yeah, Christian Mosquera was announced. Fabrizio Romano 7 hours ago stated that Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal, the new player, as every document has now been approved and exchanged. Arsenal and Sporting complete the process of formally authorized to travel, and medical is set in the next 24 hours. Gyökeres coming soon. Gyökeres deal seems like it's going to get done at this point. You have everyone kind of moving on from the Gyökeres deal. Christian Mosquera is already with the team before he even got announced. As you guys can see over and over again, they're just emphasizing the Gyökeres stuff. But then the conversation with Eze comes in. The Eze conversations now start to flow about. The Eze discussions are the ones that are the next part. And when we discuss the Eze stuff, we need to go straight to my Twitter, and I need to show you guys this right here. The Eze conversation is very interesting. You have people saying that Eberechi Eze has already told his friends that he is going to join Arsenal this summer. So Ahmed here is a Chelsea fan. They're already having discussions about potentially some other people, what do you call it, Eze. They're already having discussion about Eze to Chelsea, Eze to this club, Eze to that club. It seems like Eberechi Eze has told his close friends and family that he will be an Arsenal player come next season. So with that being said, it does seem like the writing's on the wall. Eze might be an Arsenal player, and we have seen this before. If I show you guys what I mean, we have seen reports previously that Viktor Gyokeres has told his family and friends that he will be signing for the Arsenal. So that has been a situation where we've seen this in the past, where a player has been linked to joining Arsenal Football Club from another through his family or through his friends, giving them the first understanding of what's going on. But until we get more information, we won't know. Until we get more breaking news, we won't actually know what's going on with Eze. All we do know is that reports are flying around that Eze to Arsenal does seem like it could happen, and we just don't know when or where. I absolutely love Eberechi Eze. I think it would be great if we could bring him in, and I do hope that it does happen. But at this moment in time, I'm kind of getting myself excited, but there's no guarantee that Eze is going to 100% be an Arsenal player yet, until we start seeing bids going in, until we start seeing transfers fees being thrown around, until we start seeing more and more information flowing around about Eberechi Eze. Now, we do know we have been linked to Xavi Simons, but that seems like he's going to be most likely a Chelsea player. So once we figure out more information on Xavi Simons going to Chelsea, we'll definitely let you know. But at this moment in time, all the conversations around Eze to Arsenal seem to be the main discussion of the next player that Arsenal will be focused on once they've completed the signing of Gyökeres. Even just as far as 8 hours ago, we were hearing updates about Eze. 7 hours ago, we were hearing updates about Eze. Eze seems to be the next big thing we're going to hear about. Let's see if we can get it done. I don't really care about the whole situation with Isak right now, as I'm just focused on Arsenal. And you guys know these guys are going to come in and start talking about their clubs respectively. But it does seem like the main discussion around Arsenal is Gyökeres is over the line, Mosquera is over the line. We now need to go and get our next potential signings done. And Eberechi Eze seems to be the big signing that I'm focused on next. I'm going to ask you boys. I'm going to ask you, Rak. Forget about Isak for a second. What do you think about the whole situation with Arsenal focusing on bringing Eberechi Eze next? Do you think that's a good enough signing for our left-hand side? Somebody who could potentially bring us a difference maker in the midfield and on the wing? Or do you think we should focus on trying to bring in somebody else?
I mean, Eze's a good player. Eze's a good player. He's not the glamorous name that that has been linked to you and like Rodrygo or that kind of thing. But at the same time, he is a good player. He's Premier League proven. I think he's the kind of guy you can come in and be effective, right? Sorry, I'm just laughing at the chat. It's too funny.
No, don't.
I can't. I'm trying to keep a straight face for them.
Anyway, so the rumor has it that once the Gyökeres deal is announced, Arsenal is still yet to bid for Eze, but they will try to get it done quickly. But they're gonna see if they can get the price negotiated down from the release clause to a favorable situation, like
60
more around
8 plus 8, right? That's what they're
saying. So the release clause is 68 million, or paid over, and it's supposed to be paid over 3 years. Yeah. But the Arsenal might be willing to pay, say, 70 million if you're willing to spread it over 4 years, for example.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, that's paying more than the release clause, but it's
that's paying 2 million more, but getting it on better terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
You can't keep a straight face, can you?
I can't. They're just saying, Rack, please cook it out. What can I say?
All right. Also, I just want to mention quickly Xavi Simons. That looks like it's going to happen to Chelsea right away. Like there's no conversations around Xavi Simons to Arsenal anymore. That pretty much seems like he's going to be a Chelsea player. Ahmed, don't you agree?
I'm mute, bro. I'm mute.
Ahmed, you're still on mute, bro. Ahmed, what's going on with this mic? Can you hear him?
Let him come back in.
Try clicking your mic. I don't know. It's not on StreamYard. All right. In the meanwhile, he's gonna have to jump back out, jump back in. Guys just want me to talk about Isak. You know something? Once we get to 100 likes, we'll definitely talk about Isak. In the meanwhile, you guys can
you gotta do that at least, man.
You guys can like the goddamn video at least. We're not even on 50 likes yet. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. At this moment in time, Arsenal, the Gyökeres deal is done. The Gyökeres deal is done. We've already sorted out the Gyökeres deal. There is no way Arsenal is now going to go and get Isak, in my opinion. It is done. Arsenal's business around the striker is done. Unless you're telling me we're going to go for Isak as a left winger. But Gyökeres' medical is done. He will be an Arsenal player soon. Eze is the next on Arsenal's target, and we must, I repeat, we must sign Eberechi Eze. I don't want a situation where we come out of this window without a left wing improvement, without somebody who can play in that 10, without somebody who can make a difference for us. I've watched Martinelli and Trossard in that last game versus AC Milan in the preseason, and it was very underwhelming to say the least. It was not exciting. It was not good to watch. It was very, very
I've heard contrasting things about that game. I've heard some Arsenal fans saying they were quite happy. Max Darwin came on, had nice touches, and Ethan was good, and that kind of stuff. But you seem to have been a bit more downbeat on it. So I don't know.
I'm just saying, we've heard reports that we need to sell one of Leandro Trossard or Martinelli in order to have the funds available to bring in the next big winger that we want. So if that is the case, I would rather us sell one of Martinelli or Leandro Trossard to bring in either Rodrygo, Anthony Gordon, or so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is just look at this here. You can see it right there. Arsenal are still holding genuine interest in Rodrygo, Anthony Gordon, and Rafael Leao. By the way, I don't want nothing to do with Rafael Leao after seeing him perform live. I can tell you, I was never a fan in the first place, and it just confirmed it to me once again that he is not the best fit for us. He's just another one of Martinelli and Trossard in the sense that he is extremely frustrating in the final third, really interesting to watch in the lead up to it, but kind of like Saint Maximin.